Hello and welcome to a Let's Play of a game called The Wandering Village. The developers of this game reached out to me and asked if I was interested in playing their new title, and this game is pretty awesome. It's an early access game. I think it comes out full release on the 16th, which is, I think, when this video will go live. And I'm really excited. It's described as a city building simulation game on the back of a giant wandering creature, as you can see from the image right there. And you apparently build your settlement and have a symbiotic relationship with it, but there's also like some sketchy stuff that goes on with the world, poisonous plants and stuff. So I know nothing about this game other than what the Steam page says, and I am digging it. I definitely like. We're gonna do the tutorial just so we can play through it and kind of learn it. But the concept is right up my alley, so I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. All right, looks just like it would. Oh, and that one is. So is it different material? Yeah, okay. Only affects visual appearances, so it doesn't matter. Hey. I kind of like a regular like Max Steve. Yeah. Our giant beast called Steve. All right, let's go ahead and do the tutorial here. The volume might be a little off, but I'll try to adjust it later. I'm actually pretty excited about playing this game. His big creature. Look at those like braided hoops on the chin. So do they have different creatures with different shapes? Looks like it might. Okay. All the years we traveled, the hardship we've endured together, who would have thought that we'd run into an Anbu of all things? Really amazing. We might be the first humans to have seen one in a couple hundred years, but the poor thing seems exhausted and has gone back to sleep for now. Sleep underground, but the poison of the soil must have woken it up. Okay. Okay, so this is talking about the relationship between them. Okay, so I've got my people here. They are individually named, although they look pretty similar. We should probably pause while we look at this menu and try to figure it out. Okay, so the tutorial, just here, clicking this tutorial, the button in the top right corner of the screen, or pressing G on the keyboard. Elder's Notebook. Survive as long as we can. Shelter, food, new tech. I love a good tech tree. That's for sure. Okay. Get out of that. Camera up, down, left, right. Got it. Pause. We already did. 1, 2, 3. Toggle the different speeds. Got it. Okay, we can zoom all the way, like all the way out. Pretty crazy. Okay, so that's like an overworld view. This is, I assume, the path I'm gonna walk on. And this is like the view of the territory. And then this is a close-up view of your specific settlement. I actually really like the way that this zooms out. It reminds me of No Man's Sky, where it's just like this smooth transition to these different levels. I really like that. Okay. So wood cutting camps near trees, which I would imagine that would be build down here. Okay. Wood cutting camps. Need 2 of them. So we're essentially giving him a haircut. I mean, food's right here, so I feel like this is the direction we got to go in. We'll put this guy here. Hold shift to keep it selected while we're doing it. Well, I guess I didn't learn that lesson. Can I move on to something else now that I built it? I think I need to wait for it to actually build. So go ahead and let them do their thing. Speed up. Okay. Assign workers to camps. Can you do it automatically? All right, so the 4 workers total assigned to the camp. They'll start chopping. Now we got to do mining camps near the rocks, which I suppose this would probably be. I don't know what these are. Clay deposits. Okay, so that's this, which I assume we'll need at some point. So I want to leave a little bit of that space open. You can assign workers while a building is still under construction. Okay. Done. Which we know we're going to need. All right, now I need a material storage area, which makes sense because we're about to harvest a bunch of stuff. All right, we'll put it here, like, kind of between everything. Why do you got a red flag? Okay. It's just because there's not enough stuff in there. I mean, is there... Okay, they have to build it from the materials. Okay, well, we'll pause again. Berry gatherer. So this is all pretty basic, like harvesting stuff so far. Those don't look ready to pluck, and they got a gray circle on them, which means that, you know, there's not really a good placement for this. That only misses one of them, so we'll go with that for now. Do I have any idle villagers still? All right, so the Anbu's sleeping. I presume when he wakes up, we'll be good to go. All right, so there's 4 workers still kind of free and waiting around. Is that a balloon? It's just telling me which tree they're cutting. Okay, clay gathering camp, and we need 2. Well, we saw that coming. We knew this was going to be a thing. Let's go ahead and put it here. Not in the perfect spot, but decent. Okay, so it could store 75 of every material. A nice little hub. All right, you need tools. How do we make tools? Ah, 2 new people. Nice. Okay, so this has a mechanic where people come in and settle over time. Construct a research building. Okay, I presume it doesn't matter where I put this, but I will put it off to the side for now, figuring I can use it later. So this has to be fully staffed. Good thing we just got those 2 extra people, huh? Almost like that was planned. I do have a couple free workers available. We'll have to wait. So you can't partially staff research. It has to be all 3. All right, gather up them berries. Okay, food summary 96 out of 96, so we're doing just fine there. Is there anything I need to worry about? That's the health of the creature, which is fine. Okay, we don't have a ton of variety. We got a bunch of homeless people. That's not good. Light rain raises humidity. I assume... Oh, that's bothering him. He's waking up. Look at his little heart rate going up. I like it. Oh, that... Well, I mean, it makes sense that he gets hungry, but I didn't realize that was a mechanic. Interesting. Okay, so we got to uproot a berry bush. And then they can plant them closer. Can I select multiple? I don't like having to click each thing. It would be nice if I could select multiple. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Alright, well, let's just uproot all of these. Make sure you uproot a berry bush that's not already in the radius so that your berry gatherer is set to only plant or plant and harvest. How do I determine that? Is that something I do? Oh, here. Plant and harvest. Okay. Well, we'll let them do that. And then research, we need to do air well. Well, that's kind of the obvious one here. Extracts water from the air, higher humidity, and it just started raining, so that makes sense. So there's a water mechanic too. I want to watch this thing move around while I'm... Will he just stop to eat on his own, I wonder? I presume there's nothing we can control there. Pretty exciting. Why are you not... ripping up these berry bushes? Is it just because it's out of range? Or do we just not have anybody available? Okay, so the issue might be that there's just too many... Alright, let's go ahead and let them... There we go. Okay, so they're... I needed free workers to run around and start doing this stuff. Which is fine, because we're like full on food anyway. Alright, let's get another couple nomads over here. Alright, berry bush has been uprooted, and I presume that's... Yeah, you can replant the bush closer to here. Alright, let's put some people back in here now that we have some free workers. I'll put 2 in there. That's fine. Okay, research is done. I'm guessing it's prompting me to do something else. Construct an air well. Of course, right after it stops raining. We'll put this over here for now. We should have plenty of stone and wood. We'll be harvesting that stuff like crazy. Can you reposition these buildings? Yes, you can move them. Well, that's good. So once this tree is gone, I can move this building over here. Buildings with a red flag. Assign worker. That is a problem. Okay, we have no free workers anymore, which means these guys are back to whatever they were doing. But they should pick up these seeds that are not local and then replant them in the immediate area. Okay, that'll be fine. All right, we are producing water, which is used for crops, apparently. Still consuming food, 85. I imagine this is full up on berries. I'm so used to scrolling with the middle mouse wheel that I keep zooming out. Where's the berries? I assume I'm missing it somewhere here. Not seeing it. 20 in inventory there. Alright, we want to research the farm next, which makes sense. And then water tank will hold some water after that. I assume the water and the farm are synergistic. So we're kind of getting a little bit of water ahead of time. These guys have nothing to do. mean, I could dig up these berry bushes as well. Move them closer. Be nice to get this open field over here. Actually, can I prioritize cutting this one down? Well, I think that might be the last one in range, so that problem will solve itself shortly. Let's go ahead and take one of these guys out so he can go start ripping this stuff apart. Onbu spikes. Alright, we got more peeps. I presume we need a water tank. Nothing to do with there's no active research. I mean, don't you tell me. Okay, we do want farm. I don't want it within range of this. Not that I need to micromanage a tutorial, but seems like the smart play. Put 2 workers on the farm. All right, what's your issue? If I unlock it, restaffs them. But that's fine. I don't mind restaffing them. All right, wood cutting is out of space, so let's move that over here. We want to add plots. Do these cost money, or can I just... Like, why would I not... I probably just don't understand it yet, but why would I ever not want to fill every plot? Just because there's not enough, like, people there, or... Not really 100% sure. Okay, so we're planting beets. So plenty of food, I'd imagine. Although the food has been going down instead of up. That's a little concerning. There is a limit. I mean, we only have... I say only, but... Okay, segments of dirt road will help villagers move around. Oh, and we've had tents the whole time. I've been just a real bad person. Not giving them any place to sleep. I'm just gonna build some tents. How many can stay in there? Quality 1 beds 2. So I need at least 9. Probably a couple more for the future. And this guy can probably... I can't move him. Maybe I shouldn't build these here. Then again, we're not really planting any berries over here, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. Alright. At least 10 sections of dirt road. We'll have you run over there, have you run over here. I mean, I don't think it matters at this point. I can't go over this leftover. Okay, so it does regenerate. The clay deposits do. This just goes away. Interesting. All right, well, that'll be what it'll be. Okay. So we got some housing. People are getting happier. Of course, I get more people, so now I don't have enough housing. But they're starting to get happier. Oh no, I built more housing. Fine. Are they all housed? All right, we got some food variety. We got some housing popping up. Things are getting better. Still not great quality. Mark at least 3 objects for harvesting. Oh, maybe I could do that in batch? Maybe. Oh, I could also uproot these. Okay. Oh, this takes people out of their current jobs just to go deal with that. All right, let's cancel that harvest task. I definitely don't need to be doing that. Right, idle workers, free workers. Yeah, I still don't think this will. I mean, that'll force a harvest of these resources, but it won't do what I need it to do. All right, let's uproot all these, and we can replant them. I think that sounds like a better option to me. Someone wants to talk to me. Okay. Use the priority. Prioritize any task. Let's prioritize that task. Someone wants to talk to me. What do you want to say? My friend, if you heard the rumors, a strange pile of rubble on the back. Something is buried there? Okay. So some shadiness going on here. Let's do no. Okay, so this higher and highest. Interesting way to say. Oh, is he laying down for a nap? Yeah, he's sleepy. Do we feed him? All right, we got herb clusters on the back. Maybe don't prioritize this. Then it is grown yet? All right, so keep an eye out and harvest them. I'm not seeing any completed ones yet, though. Oh. Ah, this gets changed into Anbu food. Okay, well, the free workers can scoop this stuff up. All right, we need to prioritize. This is where we got to use our special tool, right? Okay, here's harvest and remove. Okay, I am. Okay, so we can do it in bulk in this. I just wasn't intuitive for my brain for whatever reason. Okay, why are they not doing what I said? I mean, one guy is. At least there's that. Is it just because they're not fully grown? It says decomposition. Makes me nervous. All right, what are these idle boys doing? Let's get some more people. Maybe they'll head over there and harvest them. Or they'll just let them decay. All right, well, I don't know what these guys are doing. We're going to temporarily lock every building. Well, not every building, but a lot. Get over here and get these mushrooms. Yeah, we just missed out on a bunch of them. Nope, just missed it. Ooh, okay. Well, we got one mushroom. At least there's that. So does the Anbu get fed automatically, or do we have to make something for that? All right, we got a research hornblower. Go ahead and do that. Mycologist, I would assume, has something to do with the with that. Oh, did we come over here and harvest this stuff? Okay. No, I don't want workers doing that. Ah, they were over here working on this. That's why none of them were harvesting the mushrooms. I presume that means I got mushrooms from that. Maybe not. Okay, here comes people for the mushrooms. Hopefully I'll get it to feed this Anbu. Doesn't starve from my incompetence. That'd be terrible news. Well, we at least got several mushrooms. I mean, this stuff's pretty cheap, and I have a lot, so go ahead and just keep researching while we can. Hornblower can be found in the Anbu. Issue commands, which it may or may not follow. So it looks like you got to build it kind of close to his head. Like that episode of Futurama where he has that like civilization, where Bender's got that civilization on him. All right, you're not in range anymore. Let's get you closer to some trees. All right, are we done harvesting this? We're close. All right, this isn't grown up yet. I just realized we've been on 4x speed this whole time. That's fine. Mycologist, harvest mushrooms as ingredients, must be placed on dirt soil. Oh, I told him to walk, and he was already walking, so. Alright, their needs are not quite met, but I did build a flop house, which does fit 30 villagers. Okay. That's a good start. Place to put people, anyway. Alright, mycologists have to be on dirt, so that makes sense to put here. I do have free people. I should probably move this at some point. Alright, what are you angry about? No rocks? Here, get some rocks. Alright, pantry makes sense. Then we can store some food without it rotting, I assume. Does it actually go bad over time, or is it just... Alright, what's wrong with you? Don't know. Alright, we need to add plots. We just add a bunch of plots. There we go. Grow everywhere you can. It looks like you need compost, which is fine. Water tank makes sense to store it by this air well. Alright, pantry is done. Corn plantation and heel shroom. This is attractiveness for homes, so that's just like happiness. Let's worry about the food first, which I mean, we're probably fine on anyway, but still. Let's put the pantry here because storage and it's somewhat in proximity of all this stuff. We will add some workers here. It looks like it just needs water. One compost fertilizes. Okay, so that just adds efficiency of the fungus. Okay, so we do have to feed him at some point. All right, let's take a look. Ancient structure, good shape. Resources are limited. Let's not do that. Okay, mysterious structure. I mean, I feel like we gotta repair it, right? We don't have the materials to repair it yet, but okay. So carpenter will give the things I need. But we have to wait for the research to be done. Did that go down? Okay, so it was waiting for material. We didn't have enough material. All right, you need to move We should probably start harvesting this stuff up here. Get some space. You got a red flag, but that's to be expected. All right, Flophouse is still thriving. Most of our people are living in squalor. All right, decoration seems like it's on the horizon. The eat command seems to make sense. And then maybe landscaping? Okay, so I could change this to... seems like beats the best temperature-wise. So we'll leave it on that for now, but maybe we'll do something later on with corn. We get better temperature. A research facility needs more materials. I mean, apparently we need more clay, so let me add some people to the clay farm here. Apparently we're using every drop of water we make. Let's maybe build more roads. Feels like that might be a good idea. Yeah, that needs to move. All right, what's your issue? Out of resources and nothing to gather. Okay, so we need more water, which means we need to build another one of these buildings. Let's pre-add a worker to that, because we know we need plenty of that. Oh, he must have eaten something because his hunger went down. All right, we get it. You don't have enough water. Okay, so we got the eat command going. Get landscaping so we can make people a little bit happier. Do we even need to harvest this stuff anymore? I don't know. I'll flag it anyway, just in case. Some of our stray people can go out there and try to harvest. All right, you need water too, so just a massive shortage of water. All right, where's my Anbu command? Okay, so I need to research carpenter. It's on the list of things to do. Trying to remember where I made him. Like, there he goes. Show interactions. All right, let's tell him to eat. Doesn't trust. Oh, he evacuated his bowels. That's interesting. That's got to be pretty massive. All right, so we're about halfway to where we're going. But I assume by the time we reach a certain place, we need to be to a certain level. Resolve all the warning flags. Well, I'm gonna need to build more air wells. We're just gonna pre-add workers to these. Feels like that's just something that's needed. All right, raised humidity means air wells are pumping out more. 150 production speed. I like that. He's somewhat coming up to a fork in the road. He doesn't trust me enough yet, though. How's that tech coming along? Go harvest those herbs. Hopefully, I don't think there's going to be enough, unfortunately. Oh. Maybe? I didn't really want all this wood chopped down, but that's fine. Okay, are we at least getting close here? There's a stack of herbs there. I can't see anywhere else. Can I rotate the camera? No. These are all berry bushes, so there's no more herbs that I can see on the map. Might just be out of luck there. All right, we're going to move you up here. All right, so we're good on water. At least we seem to be. Yeah, plenty in storage. Nobody's throwing a fit about water right now. This herb thing is distressing though. There's no more on his back to harvest. So what do I do? If I move on to a different tech, do we lose everything that we put there so far? I don't know. These are questions I don't have the answer to. Can we plant herbs here? No. Alright, he's hungry. He needs to eat. He's not listening to me. He can't reach food. Do we not have food for him? I thought that was the whole point of this. To make Anbu food. Alright, well, unless I could find a, an herb patch popping up here. Kinda out of luck. Might just have to move on to something else. Let's just do carpenter for now. I mean, that's what it's telling me to do anyway. How's he doing as far as coming closer to a intersection? We either choose the short path or the long path. Alright, I got a good amount of idle people. Nothing I can really do about that. Well, I mean, I guess I could put them to work harvesting some stuff. Just not what I need. Might as well do stonemason because that's kind of next on the list here. Alright, so we need some of this. Get a dirt road going over here. Okay, so we need some peeps here. We got plenty of wood. I don't gotta worry about running out of that stuff anytime soon. And then stone slab would probably be the stonemason. Alright, we're good there. What is better quality villager? The feeding trebuchet, that feels appropriate. We're literally gonna launch food into his mouth. I love it. But I better figure it out soon because he's getting hungry. All right, are the planks going down here? They are. All right, I need to temporarily disable this. Oh, it just popped it immediately to there. Interesting. Onbuologist. I gotta build this feeding trebuchet as soon as it's done. He's getting hungry. I do not want to hangry Anbu. Oh, he turned on his own. I didn't get to tell him because I wasn't paying attention to where he was. Apparently he's eating. I assume he stopped where those mushrooms were. Alright, he's good. I don't need to worry about him right now. An herbalist plants herbs. I mean, I feel like that needs to happen because that's what I'm short on right now. Alright, you are out of stone, so let's just move you over here. Right, we need to build one of these feeding trebuchets. And then we probably should unpause this and get this done with as soon as possible. We'll worry about the hut next. I'm gonna lock that for a minute, just so we don't spend the resources. I need the stone. Okay, so apparently I missed my opportunity to give him the commands. Well, there's another crossroad coming up. Maybe I'll be able to give that to him then. All right, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here for today. I thought this was going to be like a little quick thing, but apparently this goes on for quite some time. I am really digging this game. I think this is a lot of fun, this like city builder mechanic on top of the back of this creature. I'm already finding that I'm losing sight of like what the Anbu's doing, and I'm needing to kind of refocus my mind to like remember all of these little components, which keeps me engaged with the game. So I really like it. The tech tree is pretty good. I like it's very expansive. I mean, I'm not coming anywhere close to finishing it. But learning the mechanics of what all this stuff does is going to be a challenge, but I will eventually hopefully get there. I do like that the resource kind of regenerates over time, the pile of clay anyway. Can't say for the trees or for anything else, but at least this stuff seems to regenerate pretty quickly. And we have plenty of lumber to work with. So if not, it makes it kind of better because I have to learn to manage my resources more effectively. So either way, I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there, but leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm really enjoying this. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see your content in the future, and we'll catch you probably in another one because I'm really liking this game. So I'm going to play it again. Thanks for watching.